How's it going, folks? Welcome to Addiction to Wet Flies, and I'm Robin Rainey. Um, Tonight I'm doing a wee pattern, and it's not actually just a wet fly. It's These are for the rainbow trout that I'm tying these for. This is a floating fry, so it is. Doing a long shank hook, so it is. And I've done them in grey, and I've done them with white foam, and that's cut them in strips like this here, and then I'm shaping them, cut them into wee shapes, and this is the shape like wee fish, like this here. So anyway, they're on a long shank hook. So it is. It's the right and long, very long shank hook. This, but you make them to suit the size of the fry that you want to make. Um, and then I'm using a silver tinsel. And red. It's done with red thread. So what we'll do is we'll get on with the fly, and we'll see how we get on. So what you do is you just bed the hook. It's going to be a long way down. So we'll bed it with red thread, and then we'll tie in our silver tinsel. And this fly, I don't know who came up with it, but the guy that I think came up with it, and he was at a wee club that I was in over here where I am, and I'm in Northern Ireland, over in just outside Lisburn. I'm in Lisburn, but just outside Lisburn there's a wee club called Springwater Meadow. There was a guy called Jim Bassett come in, and nobody was catching fish at all. Be rainbow trout fishery, and very few men were catching fish. And when things were going bad, Jim come in, and he said to me, "I've got the fly." He says it's gonna do the damage. And anyway, and he showed it to me, and I looked at it and I thought, it doesn't look like much. But anyway, it was a floating fry, and this is exactly how he tied it up. So we're going to silver tinsel's going on, and it's going to be touching turns as tight as you can get. It doesn't have to be top of each other, like, you know what I mean. You maybe get the odd wee creeping spot coming up it, like, you know. See, I'm going to go back a wee. And then make our way up with this. And that was about 10 years ago. On one evening he was there, and so he was fishing this, and he just put it on floating line, quite a long leader. I want to say quite a long leader. It was probably 10 or 15 feet. Um, and just put it on, just a single, just nothing else, just this here, and then every now and again he give it a wee twitch, even when it was flat calm. So anyway, so we'll come to there, and we've got the tinsel all the way up, okay, and then we're going to tie it off here. We're going to come on with the biggest head we can sort of get on. We're going to work a head here now a wee bit, and we'll come back up again, and then with the foam goes on. So we'll work our way down after we get a head here. I'm playing about with this. Okay, and we're just going to tie that off. Okay, there's a thread away there. So we'll be coming back. We'll be coming back to that. And we'll get this sorted out yet here. I'm making a bit of a pig's breakfast of it. And not really matter, because we're going to be getting, like I said, we want to build the head up. Right. So we'll work our way back down. We're back down to the back of the end, the butt end of the tail, and we're going to come down, and we're going to do about 2 mil back to the tinsel starch, and we're going to work our way back down here. Okay. And it's like a wee hot spot nearly. And then we're going to get a wee bit of foam over a wee fish. And then we're going to bring it down, put the tail right at the tail. Okay. And that's all you're doing. That's all I have to do. We're just going to wrap that on there, and then we'll put a wee dip of varnish down the thread. Okay. You could probably use super glue or whatever, just to give it a wee bit of the thing. They don't last long, to be honest with you, because if when you get hit a few times, the foam breaks up. This is why I may make up probably 5 or 6 of them at a time. You know, and they're quite an easy one to do once you get going. So that's that end of it, and what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the eye again, the head of the hook. Okay. And then you're going to have it a wee bit long, so what you want to do is you want to give it a wee push, and you can see a wee curve in it. And you bring that back and sitting, like you can see the curve in it and through it. And we're going to build a head up here. I'm only holding this here, sorry about the fingers and thumbs, but just the fact is that it's a really long shank hook, big lure hook, you know. And I'm going to build a head up here. And there you go. Well, just what finish it. And that's more or less the fly. You can maybe see a wee bit of black around the side of this here, both sides. What I'd done was whenever I cut it, I had a wee touch with a lighter. So that just we put a heat around it just to sort of close the foam in a bit when I cut it, you know. And that there's, and I'll put a wee bit in the bottom and there like that. So we'll round that with that thread. It's just to give you a wee bit of protection. And that's the floating fry. I say I've done it in white. Got it in white here as well. White. I've done a couple of other grey ones too, like, but have it in white also. Exactly the same. So you can just sort of see through it again, the wee curve in the back of it. So there you go. Floating fry. I hope you enjoyed that one. That's a simple one. It's a real good one for beginners. So it is. There you go. Thanks very much. Please like, share and subscribe and a wee thumbs up. It'd be great. Thanks. Until the next one. Tight lines.